Yeah, evening all, welcome to yet another edition of DXB today. Great to have your company over the course of the next hour or so. Lots for us to get stuck into this evening, but our big focus today is the growth of the medical and health tourism infrastructure right here in Dubai, or the UAE as a whole to a certain degree. We've seen huge amount of investment into the sector in recent years, and we're going to be welcoming several very special guests to explain more about the potential therein. That's not all that's on the show here tonight. Let's see what's coming up.
Watch me try out Asian street hawker food at Hawker Boy JLT, offering Southeast Asia's vibrant street food scene in an open kitchen.
And more deliciousness, we have talented singer Armand Ross, who's going to be joining us in the studio a little bit later on today. But back to medical tourism. Tom, you must have some stuff going on. Have you done some medical tourism?
Why are you asking the most senior person on the panel this question?
I mean, I never said the most senior person.
No,
All good?
clean bill of health. Thank you very much for asking. Very kind of you. Cheers. Yeah.
No, I can't.
No, I am seeing. Yeah, I'm interested to see about the medical tourism infrastructure. It's something that you've seen grow here in recent years, and it is fascinating. You know, it's really interesting because a lot of people will think of medical tourism, they'll think of procedures, but it's not just procedures. It's all of the accreditation, it's the accommodation, it's the services, it's the setup that goes around it, and if you're looking for medical tourism, you're looking for health tourism, where better to do it? In somewhere that you can recover in a stunning hotel, surrounded by great restaurants, bit of sea, bit of sun, bit of sand as well, to speed up that recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, usually or traditionally the practice was people would fly outside of the country to do whatever procedures they wanted to, but then we are seeing that trend change and people choosing UAE to do a lot of the procedures, and there are several reasons for this, of course, with the advanced medical facilities, skilled healthcare professionals, state-of-the-art infrastructure like what Tom mentioned a little bit earlier on. Besides all of this, especially with the rules being more and more relaxed with time and being at par with international medical practices, I feel like that is attracting more medical tourism. Recently in the news we saw the UAE Ministry of Health and Prevention announced permissible abortion cases for women with high-risk pregnancy. So the fact that the medical practices and the laws surrounding it are being more in par with international law, I think is also one of the factors that's attracting a lot of medical tourism.
And let's not forget, of course, the UAE flying in a lot of people from outside of the country who are currently going through crises to get their medical attention here in the UAE. And we're going to be talking about this a lot more, and we're going to be speaking to an expert. So, who is our guest co-host for today?
Maryam Matar. I am a physician and a scientist with a special interest in longevity and epigenetics. See you soon.
Her Excellency Dr. Maryam will join us right here in studio in a bit, but first I checked out Hawker Boy at the Jumeirah Lake Towers, offering vibrant street food culture of Asia under one roof. So let's take a look.
Today I'm at a popular supper club turned restaurant in the heart of JLT. Hawker Boy. This is where the vibrant streets of Asia come alive on your plate. Whether you're craving the sizzling skewers of Bangkok, the delicate dumplings of Shanghai, or the flaky breads of India. William, I want to know a little bit more about the restaurant because it's been a huge success. How exactly would you say you're bringing the vibrant flavors of the street food culture from Malaysia and Thailand to Dubai?
Well, we started as a supper club in someone's garage, so it's very humble beginnings. And everything that we do here, I wouldn't say we're traditional, like we don't particularly like that word, but we try and honor the food that we're doing. Like we want to do it as close to the way people do it in the country. We want to use the ingredients that people use, and the head chef here, An's like absolutely incredible. We're really lucky to have him. So we make a great team, and all of the staff are so good. So I think, you know, the team and the ingredients that we use, I think that's what's special about what we do.
Chef, William seems to be very proud to have you as part of the team. How exactly would you describe the food here at Hawker Boy?
In our country, one of the places, so beautiful place. I present the kind of the baked fish in the banana leaves It's so interesting. So the smell of the aroma or the banana, the fish, and all the harvest there is going to be present there.
You know, in Dubai, we have so many different Asian restaurants and predominantly Japanese, Chinese, Thai even. We don't know an awful lot about Myanmar cuisine. And is that what you really want to introduce to the city?
Asian street food. So we'll go Thailand, Malaysian, Singapore. So they know, most of the people, they know about that. But they don't know yet about the Myanmar. So I want to show what is the Myanmar food here also.
So I've been lucky enough to experience Hawker Boy inside the restaurant, but today I'm hoping you'll allow me access into your kitchen to see what really goes down over here.
We're gonna glaze a little bit on top.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is a sweet dish.
a little bit sweet and sour. Peanuts, spiced peanut.
You can put a lot. Don't be
We
afraid.
need a lot. Turn your face like this.
The secret is don't look. Pick it up, look the other way, and drop.
My culinary journey today can be described as a walk through the bustling markets of the East. Today I take back with me not just the beautiful memories from the delicious flavors, but also the spirit of exploration and the joy of discovering new tastes.
Ash, down. Hang on. You're here. What's going on?
You know, I didn't want to leave. The food there is amazing, and I was living my inner MasterChef dream when they let me cook inside their kitchen. You know, something funny they told me that the whole, I guess, motto behind their cooking is to be messy with it. So don't look at how much you're putting in. Just look away and just put how much ever you want. And I thought that was quite fascinating, messy but delicious.
Love that. My style, that's for sure. Looks great. Now, let's get on with today's guest co-host, because today we're joined by renowned Emirati geneticist dedicated to advancing the understanding and the treatment of genetic disorders here in the UAE through key initiatives, having made significant contributions in the areas of genetic research and disease prevention. Please welcome back to the show, back to DXB today, Her Excellency Dr. Maryam Matar, joining us live here. Thanks very much indeed for being with us.
It's always good to see you again, Tom, Ashwarya.
Great to have
and
you with us
Faris.
on the sofas yet again for a topic that is fascinating at the moment. We know that the area of medical tourism is growing significantly at the moment, but as you pointed out, so is the area of health tourism. Now, how do we differentiate between the two? Because there are two phrases there. How do you define them?
Yeah, usually when we say medical tourism, it's confined to the medical services. While medical health, you might go and visit another country to attend a medical conference, summit, and at the same time you can subdivide it to retreat, relaxing, going to spa, and so on. So this area should be clear for everyone, because it will also define your second step and your checklist before leaving the border of your country as well.
Now, I know that there are certain countries that are renowned for certain medical procedures.
Indeed.
Switzerland, for example, let's be honest, Turkey, Lebanon. What should the UAE be known for when it comes to specific medical techniques?
So allow me, as an Emirati, I will speak highly about my country. But again, we need to have an evidence and some references. So when we talk about medical tourism, United Arab Emirates and specifically Dubai, we are very well known for enforcing patient rights, regardless from which country you are, as long as you are receiving the service within one of the premises, which is licensed by Dubai Health Authority. So you are in that safety net. If there is any complication or anything going on, there is a clear body which will make sure that you will receive the treatment which you deserve. And at the same time, we have to also mention that with Dubai approach to reach the excellence in such services, they are enforcing the accreditation for hospitals and clinic. So that's why in United Arab Emirates and in Dubai specifically, so all these elements are very well addressed and took care of by higher authority. So if you are here in United Arab Emirates, the people who will provide you with a service, they are licensed, they are accredited, there is malpractice for that. And additional to that, as you know, when we talk about Dubai, even if you receive the service in Dubai, still you are under the umbrella of United Arab Emirates. So even if you will do the same service or the removal of the suture somewhere else, still you are within the same defined network of such safety nets.
Dr. Maryam, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on at the top of the show, traditionally the trend was to fly overseas to get procedures done, and cost is a big factor that leads to a lot of people doing that. But you mentioned something a little bit earlier on off camera to us about some of the risks we need to take into account when we are flying overseas. I had my mommy makeover done not that long ago, just in February this year, and many people recommended I travel overseas to do it, but I just thought to myself, the recovery period is brutal. And yes, I want to save a few pennies here and there, but is it practical for me in a short span of time to fly back to my country on my own?
Absolutely. You know, Ashwarya, we need to clearly define this area, especially when it's come to the risk. Because if you are talking about, let's say, Europe or United States, it's quite expensive. And people who are in their retirement area and age, they don't have a proper health insurance. So they have their own justification. So when we talk about such high, far away distance, regardless if it is Dubai or elsewhere, we have to bear in mind that if we are going for any procedure, if there is a cut in our body and surgery, anesthesia, we need to make sure that we are at least 2 weeks staying in the same place of post-surgery and not taking any flight, because the risk of embolism and clot is quite high. And not only that, sometimes also it will play a huge role in the healing process of that. And the other area which is quite risky, in my opinion, as you know, medical school, they are different schools. We have the British school, we have the European, we have the American, and now many people are going for Far East. So all of these schools are different. There is no right and wrong. But the protocol which they applied on, let's say, Tom, when he goes to Thailand, it's completely different with the protocol which will apply to him when he will go to UK. So all these elements should be very well considered. So it's not only the distance, it's not only the complication which we are afraid of after the surgery immediately. So we have to bear in mind that saving money, it shouldn't be the priority. The quality of the service and post-service care. That's why I always encourage people, even if you are planning to get the service abroad, please make sure your physician in your country are fully aware about where you are going, and all the workouts are done basically first in your country, and then when you go and get whatever service, let be that some of the communication between your physician and the physician which will apply the services on you. And the same thing should be applied when you go back to your country. So this connection and communication between your local physician and overseas physician, that will maintain a very sustainable, good prognosis and outcome of the procedure or the services.
Does it speed up the recovery as well? By which I mean you talked there about the importance of accreditation, so that gives you immediately peace of mind that you are getting the best medical, international practice, medical attention from the off. But then, if you've also got the infrastructure of great hotels, great spas, a great environment for recovery as well, opportunity to walk down the beach, etc., and you've got everyone working together towards one goal, does that speed up the recovery?
It does. And not only that, it will make sure that you will get a very comprehensive service. It will not be scattered everywhere. It's all under one umbrella, under one ceiling. And I believe, Tom, it's very essential to bear in mind one point. Now, this we came to know recently, that our ethnicities and our origin play a huge role in that, especially in recovery, when it's come to the medication, when it's come to the type of the food, because right now we know the impact of microbiota in all our autoimmune system, in our immune system, in our recovery. So I don't want to promote other countries than United Arab Emirates and Dubai, but frankly telling you, if you go for retreat, I always advise you to go back to your home country. So if you are from India and you will tell me, Maryam, I want to do retreat, detox, so on, okay, go back to India, and Goa is a good place. If you are from Far East, try to go to somewhere there, because we cannot separate the environment from us as a human being and from the medical services. Medical services will be confined to the medication and medical management. But after that, it's your nutrition, it's your caregiver, it's your social connection, play a huge role. So if you are an Indian in origin and you are living in US and you would like to do a procedure like a breast reconstruction after cancer, you prefer to go to India where your extended family are there, the tradition which you are raised up. So we cannot restrict people doing that, but we need to guide them how they can minimize the risk and what to do and don't if you would like to take this step.
Well, Your Excellency, we're already fascinated and we haven't even introduced our first guest. So hang out with us and we will be doing that very, very soon. But coming up, find out how local tourism and healthcare authorities are helping to contribute to medical tourism in the region with the team at Burjeel Holdings right after this.